what was so appealing about Amazon FBA businesses? And obviously there's a lot of other aggregators in this space. Everyone's kind of flocking to this. I mean, what makes this so appealing from your point of view, especially with as much background as you have in this?
Yeah, I mean, generally what I looked for over the last 5 years, well before starting SellX, was industries, sectors that grow, that have great sort of, from a macro perspective, great sort of trends, growing, are sectors that you would bet on for the next 10, 20 years. And I think e-commerce it's very hard to find any research paper that sort of says that e-commerce is going to shrink or is going to stop growing. Yes, last year was clearly an exception, and if anything, clearly accelerated that growth. But overall, if you want to bet on a sector, I don't think you're going to be wrong betting on e-commerce. So that's important. Point number one. Point number two is it's a very fragmented space with lots and lots of smaller players, and that sort of lends itself, to some sort of consolidation, aggregation. And then number three is there's through the FBA model clearly a business model where you have a little bit less complexity and are able to, buy businesses at a larger pace. For example, I was doing a few roll-ups in healthcare services, which is an interesting sector as well. I think has a lot of growth, and it's so fragmented as well, but has a lot more complexity, especially around people. Dental clinics, any sort of doctor labs. There's so many people that introduces a lot of sort of complexity, a lot of staff. With FBA, Amazon takes care of a complex part of the e-commerce business, which is so obviously the fulfillment. So you're able to sort of scale those much quicker. And then the last piece is that it's also a sector where you can really add more value and do, if you sort of work out the operations and build strong capabilities internally and strong technologies, there's value you can bring to those businesses and really accelerate the growth post acquisition on Amazon as well as off Amazon. So those are really the key four factors that made this such a compelling sector for us, but for a lot of other folks as well.
Yeah, it is crazy just like how many people have relatively quickly flocked to the space. I mean, I think that everything you said makes sense. I mean, it's one of the main reasons that we're in this space ourselves as sellers. But the one thing that always stresses me out about this space is that, even though Amazon does take care of a lot of the complexity, and we've been on both sides of this fence, we've had our own warehouse and ship orders out the door ourselves and really appreciate how easy Amazon does make it. But then the flip side of that is that you're in their sandbox, and at any point in time they could just be like, well, the referral fee is now 20%, or we're going to change our storage limits, or we're going to change advertising in some way, or we're going to just suspend your account, or anything on the list of things that can kind of go wrong, which kind of gives me the chills. Is that something you guys think about, but just kind of think about it at scale? It's not really that big of a problem, like over 30 brands. Yeah, if one of them has a problem, so be it. But the chances of everything kind of going down the tubes is pretty small.
Yeah, yeah. We're not losing any sleep over that. Because also, and it's, by the way, a question that pretty much any investor that I've ever spoken to has brought up as well. It's clearly something that we spend a lot of time thinking about. But fundamentally, this trend, what we're seeing with aggregators acquiring Amazon sellers, is, we believe, and what we've heard, is in the interest of Amazon, because for a few reasons. One is essentially professionalizes the sellers. It ensures that. Because what does Amazon want? Let me take a step back. Amazon wants happy customers, offering high quality products at the best prices. That's what Amazon wants, and the aggregators are sort of meeting that goal by professionalizing and continue to grow them. They're well capitalized, so they will increase the stock availability, reduce stockouts, which is in Amazon's interest and the customer's interest. Do sort of more, in some cases, more rigorous quality checks, really ensuring that the quality, that the products are of high quality at good prices. And then FBA, Amazon is in control of the fulfillment and the customer service around that. It's sort of in their interest as well if these aggregators continue to do that. And then beyond that, point number 2 that I find very interesting is Amazon is keen to attract more sellers to its marketplace, to increase the selection. And there's no better advertising that Amazon could do than to showcase sellers that have started successful businesses on Amazon and were able to exit and cash out and have a liquidity, which in and of itself will attract more sellers to the platform. Because if you come to Amazon, you have a great product, you scale successfully, and then have an exit. I mean, you can make a lot of money. You can have a great outcome in a relatively short period of time, which makes Amazon's marketplace even more attractive for more sellers to enter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, obviously.